Alright, so this is a real quick assembly of the 4-inch or Super Duty rollers, a 3/8 plate with a 4-inch wide separation between in drive rollers and idler rollers. So we'll go ahead and pop this thing together right quick. First thing I do is put the two bottom posts on. They're identical, so you can't get them wrong. Just use the 3/8 grade 5, or excuse me, grade 8 bolts to snug them up good and tight on the back. I go ahead and tighten these two down to this side to start with. So I take the drive roller. Drive roller is pretty easy to identify. It's got the hole in it, the longer shaft that accepts the drive cup later on, and pretty straightforward. And I put two of the bronze bearing surfaces, bronze bushings, on and just slide it in. Turn it around. Take one of the steel bushings, put it on. Oops, excuse me. Take the yoke. Either one of them is fine. They're all identical. And then put the steel bushing on. Make sure you've got the bronze bushing in. And you should never have to force any of this stuff with a hammer or tap it or anything like that. It should fit right together. If something is binding up, something's wrong. There's probably a piece of trash in there or something like that. The tolerances are very tight, so it doesn't take much of a piece of trash to hang something up. And then just push this E-clip in. There we go. And then take this assembly, the drive assembly, and it will come assembled like this. You won't have to pull it apart. But if you do, for some reason, every now and then I clean that bearing with just parts cleaner and repack it. It's pretty straightforward. Just pull this pin, it all comes apart, and pretty easy to go back together. Again, take one of the bronze bushings, and I've got grease all over all this. Before I ship it, I will clean the majority of this grease off. This is just for assembly. And when you're putting it together, any surface that moves against another, so between the yoke, which this part is the yoke, and the outer plate, you want to put some grease up there, because obviously this is going to slide up and down. Wherever anything moves against something else, the threads here, make sure that you get all of those surfaces greased. And I like to clean it about every 100 bands, maybe 150. I've even stretched to 200 bands. And my roller, which is that one right there, at the time of this video has over 2,600 bands on it. And when I pulled it apart a couple of weeks ago to clean it, it still looked brand new on all of these bearing surfaces. So keeping it clean and keeping it greased is the key. So I've got my bronze bushing in there. Slip this in, and again, you shouldn't have to force anything. The tolerances are tight, so it may take some wiggling to get it to go in. Take one of the steel bushings, put it on the outside, another E-clip, and that'll hold itself in while we just gently tap that E-clip in. Throughout this build process, you want to make sure that everything wiggles. Okay, there's enough clearance there that everything should always move. And notice that this assembly will slide up and down. That's going to help us line this bolt hole up here. Grab another one of 3/8 bolts, pull the assembly up, and just slip one of those bolts in. Make sure you're not cross-threaded, and then just tighten it up. Again, we should move easily. And it does. Everything wiggles. Good. And again, if we're not wiggling, we've probably got a piece of trash and we need to get that pulled out. Then we take the bronze bushings, make sure they're on this side. And the idler rollers, and you want to make sure that you grease inside here, because that is actually a bearing surface right on that grade 8 bolt. So make sure you get plenty of grease in there. Just slip the bolt through, put a washer on, and that bolt is tight. There we go. Again, grease on both sides of that washer, grease on both sides here. And do the same thing to the other side. I like using the inside. There are 4 hole options here. I have only ever used this inside washer. Well, for the most part. I did experiment with some of the others, but I have found that we really only need that hole right there. So the 2 inside upper holes are where I spend, gosh, 99.9% of the time. Again, another steel washer. So we've got bronze, bronze, steel, steel. And that's all that we need on this side. Take your other plate. Again, make sure that you put grease where these pieces can slide. Obviously on both sides of these bronze bushings, obviously on both sides of the steel. And then just slip it together. Just like that. Take another bolt. Make sure you get a couple of good turns on it. Don't tighten them down yet, because we need to get them all lined up good first. All right, now we can start snugging down. And again, test to make sure that everything wiggles, and it does. It wiggles good. We've got good play. And our idler rollers are rolling good. So, pretty straightforward. Throw our other yoke together. And you'll probably have to lift up on this side because there's nothing holding it until we put the yoke on. Make sure we get those bushings pushed in good and tight. They're flush with the yoke plate. And then obviously our next E-clip. And the tolerances are tight, particularly when it's new, so that E-clip is going to be snug. There we go. Still got plenty of slack. There we go. Still got plenty of slack. We're moving good. All right, we've got our handle for the top. It'll go both ways. There's a hole through here that the little 3/16 pin goes through. It's tight. And that little pin can just dangle. It's never gonna come off. And it should go all the way down, should go all the way up very, very easily. All right, and then our drive cup goes on the outside there. There's a pin that goes through, and I'll just use a 1/4" bolt through there, probably a grade 8 bolt. I'll grab one of those here in a little bit and put it in. But that lines up there. Obviously this will weld to a piece of flat bar and end up looking like this. I don't know if you can see all of that in the video. And that will go through there, and that's how you operate it. And there will be 4 pieces of pad that you can weld in these corners here to bolt it down to the table. Obviously it's going to need to be bolted down, but there it is. And these nuts here, I will probably cut these off, these bolts here off, so that they're not long and obnoxious sticking out. Doesn't matter which end they come through, it doesn't matter which side the plate, all of it is interchangeable. It's pretty straightforward there. And these will be nylon lock nuts here, and all you want to do is snug those up to just where they touch. You still want this, you want to get it tight enough to where, you know, they're not slopping around, but you want this to spin completely freely. So don't try pulling anything in. Just go up, touch the side, the face frame, and then maybe back off 1/4 of an inch or so. They don't need to have any pressure. All these nuts do is keep these axles in position. So pretty straightforward. I hope you like it. All right. That girl. Hey,